Yo, 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 what up, everybody? This is your boy Seafood, that guy speaking, and let's get ready to rumble! Yo, we got our rematch. We got our Pacquiao versus Floyd. We got our Bruce Lee versus Kareem. We got our Sub-Zero versus Scorpion. We got our Ash versus Gary. That's right, we got Luffy versus Lucci, and it's on site. I know the whole fan base is buzzing. Yo, I'm buzzing too. I'm so excited. But before we get too excited, let's go ahead, drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Yo, everybody, I'm so thankful for everybody who subbed to the channel. We're only 10 subscribers away from that first 100 subscriber mark, and it's all thanks to you guys. I appreciate everybody who subs to the channel. It's a super huge help, so thank you. Only 10 more, guys, 10 more to reach that 100 subscriber mark before the year is over. Make sure you go ahead and hit that sub button. Make sure you go ahead and hit the notification bell for future notifications. And before we get started, CP0, go ahead and step to the front, please, because this is your last chance. Let's get straight into it.
Hey, listen!
Now. That was a really exciting opening, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm just as excited as everybody. People are telling me online, yo, Sifu, this isn't just anybody versus Luffy. This is a Lucci versus Luffy. And I'm not gonna lie, after chapter 1069, we know that Lucci, he's definitely not a scrub. He's not gonna be a pushover. Some people had the idea that Luffy was definitely gonna wash him. Other people had the idea that no, Lucci is way stronger now. He's been training in the New World just like Luffy has. I was kind of in the middle, right? I didn't think that Lucci would be a scrub, and I definitely didn't think that Lucci was gonna go toe-to-toe with Luffy, and that's pretty much how we've seen it so far, right? Lucci came out with his new awakening form, which everybody, including Vegapunk, is impressed by. Apparently, when Zoans get this awakening form, they usually lose their minds. And to be honest with you, in my chapter review, I was saying that both Luffy and Lucci have achieved a new Zoan awakening form without losing their minds, and that's only half true. Lucci definitely has, but Luffy, he's completely lost his mind, right? In Gear 5th form, Luffy he's completely different. But it's because of all this that people are getting a little bit carried away, right? I'm just hearing people say online, Lucci is top 5 villains in One Piece. Lucci is Luffy's most influential villain of the entire story, which is completely not true. I'm seeing people say that this could be one of the best fights in One Piece, and I'm here for it. But I am here to tell you, slow down, everybody, because we've got to realize that this right here, this is the last chance for CP0, or all of the cypher polls for that matter. And what I mean by that is, if cypher polls don't complete this mission, they will, at least be in my book, certified garbage. Now, people are loading up them arrows, getting ready to do me like they did Jet Li at the end of Hero. But before you let loose, hear me out. The cypher polls really don't complete their missions like that, at least not from what we've seen. I mean, sure, historically speaking, they might, but we really don't have that much context for it. Now, I'm sure in the past, yeah, they probably do have a good record of completing missions. And of course, we've seen like the O'Hara incident and so on and so forth. They have completed missions. But as long as we've been rolling with the cypher polls, that's Water 7, Enies Lobby, Wano, I mean, hell, even Whole Cake Island, they haven't completed any of their missions. They failed to capture Nico Robin in Enies Lobby and stop the Straw Hats, resulting in Luffy declaring war on the world government. As far as we know, Stussy didn't even really have a mission in Whole Cake Island. Maybe it was to see what was inside the Tomato Mago box, but I don't really know about that. And of course, they failed at stopping Luffy from defeating Kaido in Wano. And as a result, both Kaido and Big Mom are no longer emperors. occurs, and now the balance of power is off in the new world. So their records for completing missions, that is CP9 and CP0, are not that great. But for all my Cypher Pole fans out there, there is hope. And before we elaborate on what that hope is, let's go ahead and define exactly what constitutes as a completed mission. And I have to say, we have some pretty good examples of this. Let's take Water 7 for example. Robin was the target. From the moment that they decided to get CP9 involved, Robin was their target. The mission was to kidnap Nico Robin and bring her back to the world government. Yes, the stuff about the Pluton was important. I'm not gonna deny that. However, once Robin became involved, Robin became target number one. Luffy went to war with the world government for Robin, and Spandam Buster called the damn place so that Robin wouldn't escape. And to be honest, they captured her. They just couldn't keep her. Therefore, their mission failed. Let's take it back to Wano Country, where they had a couple of different missions going on, right? They were originally there to organize some sort of arms agreement with Orochi, and that didn't seem to be going very well because Orochi was twisting their arm to get Dr. Vegapunk. But eventually their mission became to keep the Pirate Samurai Alliance from overthrowing Kaido, and they just decided that Kaido being overthrown would tip the power balance scales just too much, and they just couldn't risk it. Because of that, we saw people like Guernica distract Luffy right before him and Kaido go to blows, resulting in Kaido basically getting a TKO on Luffy. Basically killed him, if you want to be honest. We also saw the likes of Guernica and Maha go to battle with the Minx, with Izo, and even with X-Drake and Scratchman Apu. So they definitely got to work as soon as they got there, but they just couldn't do the mission, bro. They couldn't finish the mission. Luffy still beat Kaido, and of course, Izo, I think, ended up sacrificing his life to beat Maha. So I'm pretty sure Maha's dead. I'm pretty sure Kaido killed Guernica after what he did to Luffy, because you know Kaido would not stand for that. So CP0 has to take an L there. They could not complete their mission. Of course, we saw their mission eventually break down into smaller missions like capture Nico Robin again, take out Who's Who. Of course, we know neither of which happened. They didn't capture Nico Robin, and of course, Jinbei was the one that ended up taking out Who's Who. So yeah, they're gonna have to get an F- for Wano. So now that we've got that out the way, what is their mission here on Egghead Island? Which is an easy one because Rob Lucci outright stated it. They're here to eliminate Vegapunk. They're not here to do battle with Luffy. They're not here to do all this other stuff. They're here to eliminate Vegapunk. If they don't kill Vegapunk, then it doesn't even matter if Lucci beats Luffy, because they're there to eliminate Vegapunk. Now, you know and I know that that's probably not gonna happen. We all know Luffy's gonna take that dub, but still, you have to take into consideration. Now, obviously, the number one roadblock that'll be in their way from completing their mission is Luffy, and it's just bad luck for CP0 that their number one enemy is always the person that's getting in their way to completing the missions. So they have to get around Luffy in order to complete this mission, and Luffy's not gonna let that happen. Luffy already has a relationship with Vegapunk. He's already agreed to take Vegapunk off island so that Vegapunk can achieve his dream. So Luffy absolutely positively will not let them eliminate Vegapunk. So how does Lucci win? Well, we're here to talk about that. Now, we've already seen in chapter 1069 that Lucci does have some new tricks up his sleeve. He's definitely got some new hockey tricks, I'm sure. He pulled out the new awakening already, so we know he has that. And I wouldn't be surprised if he has some sort of new Rokushiki techniques. We always love seeing those. We saw Stussy pull out the flying Shigan in Whole Cake Island, so stuff like that is pretty cool. I'm definitely sure that Lucci has a bunch of those new things. But you see what I'm saying? There definitely has to be a reason why Lucci's status was elevated from second in command of CP9, because Spondum was first in command, to being first in command of CP0. And of course, we already saw Lucci pull out the Ryukyugan on Atlas in like the first minute of the fight. That was the strongest attack he had against Luffy in Enies lobby. So we know that Lucci definitely has something waiting in the wing. Now, this just makes chapter 1069 crazier than it even seems, because Luffy went straight into gear 5th form. We were not expecting that. To be honest, I expected Luffy to fight Lucci in gear 4, maybe Snake Man at best. I didn't expect him to go straight into gear 5th, but that also shows the respect that Luffy has for Lucci. But having said that, I don't see Lucci winning this fight. Even with his awakening, I don't see Lucci being able to have enough to beat Gear 5th awakening Luffy. It's just not gonna happen. I think at best, Lucci can stall Luffy for time before Luffy completely goes to work on him. But I mean, we saw Luffy jump roping Kaido. What is he gonna do? Play table tennis with Lucci? Like, it's gonna be bad. But I think CP0 still completes the mission if they manage to outflank Luffy. And there's a couple different ways they could do this. There are 2 more members of CP0 that are there on Egghead Island with Lucci, being Kaku and Stussy. Now with Kaku, we don't really know who he fights. I mean, it's not gonna be Zoro. I hope for Kaku it is not Zoro. Kaku does not want those problems. But looking at it, Kaku can actually take out each and every single one of these Vegapunk bodies. He is that strong. So that's definitely an option. Now, as far as the Straw Hats taking on Kaku, I'm pretty sure Jinbei could take on Kaku. I'm 100% sure Jinbei could take on Kaku. He took out who's who was rivaled to Rob Lucci. So I'm pretty sure Jinbei could beat Kaku pretty easily. And to be honest, it's unfortunate for Kaku because Jinbei is right there next to Luffy, and Oda actually set them all up to lose right here and now. And then that leaves Stussy, which we don't really have a gauge of how strong Stussy is. Obviously, she must have mastered Rokushiki. She, like I said before, she pulled out the flying Shigan. Stussy is kind of a question mark to me. I'm really not exactly sure what Oda has planned for Stussy, but we do know that she's definitely more than what she seems to be. And I kind of get the feeling that she's a double cross waiting to happen. I mean, she already pulled a fast one on us in Whole Cake Island. If you remember, she was introduced as the queen of the pleasure district, and then she ended up actually turning out to be part of CP0. But since she's been in Egghead Island, we know that she said things like, oh, this is so nostalgic being here, and she was able to recognize Vegapunk's technology and recognize Atlas and things like that from the first time she saw them. So this is definitely not her first time being here. She knows Vegapunk, and she definitely has more information on the situation that they're in than anybody else. It wouldn't surprise me if she already has some sort of relationship with Vegapunk, of course, possibly with Bonnie. We don't really know that much about Bonnie besides that Kuma is her father, so it wouldn't surprise me if Stussy had some sort of relationship with Bonnie, because Bonnie being the other person that had a relationship with Vegapunk thus far. But what we don't know is what is Stussy's intentions, and of course, as of now, we know that her intentions are to eliminate Vegapunk just like the rest of CP0. So that's gonna be pretty interesting to see. As far as her taking on a Straw Hat, I don't know, because we really don't know what her power level is. However, I could see her maybe taking on Robin. I don't know. I think she's stronger than Bonnie, so I really couldn't tell you what kind of straw hat she takes on. But she's definitely one to keep an eye on, and she's definitely more than meets the eye. See what I did there? But let me know what you think below. Listen, if they don't kill Vegapunk, then they fail the mission, and that means they are trash. Yo, 3 strikes and you're out. This is CP0's last chance to get something done. Let me know what you think down below. Of course, this has been your boy Seafood, that guy speaking. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe. Yo, we're 10 subscribers away. Who's gonna be last 10 subscribers before we reach our first 100 subs here on YouTube? Thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. I definitely want to do something cool for our 100 subscribers, so if you got any ideas about that, make sure to hit me up in the comment section. Let me know below. Make sure you drop a like on the video, hit the notification bell for future notifications. This has been Seafood, that guy speaking. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you guys next time. Z ha ha ha.